Perfect. So yeah, and let me just connect to the cloud. Okay, I have access. What's that? Meraki. The cloud. All right, that's basically the the dashboard of Cisco Meraki, right? And let's understand first what the dashboard is, and what all we can do from this dashboard, and then we'll move ahead and add the appliances one by one. Okay, so here, as you guys see, you can create the multiple networks in the Cisco Meraki dashboard. Okay, how to create the network and all that, that will start with. At the moment, what we'll focus on basically the network wide. I will have the discussion on network wide and what it is basically, and how we can, you know, uh, check the overall kind of like topology. Maybe if you want to see the event log, as you see here under this is basically for the monitoring purpose. And what are the clients that you have, you can add the clients, so how many clients that you have, right? Traffic analytics as well, that's something you can do. Topology, you can see map and floor plans and all that you can see. And then we have the configuration, like if you want to configure like the group policies, like sentry policies, users, or any, if you want to add any device in it, you can do that. So yeah, as I discussed before as well, in this, basically this dashboard, you can select the network wise network. So in case if you have multiple network, when I say the network, maybe you have headquarter, we have site 1, site 2, maybe you have data center, let's say, right, and then we have branch offices. So that way you can create a multiple network to manage, right? How to do that, we will see this. And then we have, as I told you before as well, you would hardly see, let me just uh, Cisco Meraki as well, this PPT as well, let me share.
Raji, can we can you make it full screen?
It is the full screen as in the PPT you're talking about overall.
Overall screen, we are able to see only 50% of your screen. I think you are using dual monitor.
I am not using dual monitor, it is single. It should be, I don't know why it is. Maybe let me stop share and then share it again.
Please.
And where is that? Okay, Cisco Meraki, and then where is the Firefox? Uh, How about now?
Yeah, Abhinav, this Balaji here. I can see the PPT which is saved on your Mac.
Yeah, I mean, is it like visible 100%?
For
The full
me,
screen you are seeing, right?
yeah, yes, I'm seeing the full screen.
Okay. Nankishore, can you check from your end? Nankishore?
Ajay, yes, I am able to. Yeah, please, please, you can continue.
Perfect. So as you see here, when you launch the dashboard first time, this is what you would have. You won't have anything in terms of the details as what we see on the kind of fully operational dashboard. Uh, this is what basically you would see only the organization, right? Select the organization. That's something. This is something we have already discussed. In order to do that, you have to have account number, you have to create an account name, and then the organization, and then under the organization you can create the multiple networks. So when we say the multiple network that you can create, this is what I mean, right? I mean, once you have the organization, and this is where basically once you create the multiple network, this is where basically you will see the multiple networks in your dashboard, and based on that you can pull out or push down the configuration or make any changes, right? Now in this, what we have is the network wide is, as I told you, this basically gives you the overall kind of the details about your network. So when I, for example, when I go to the topology, when I go and click on the topology, I like this basically. I mean, see, this would actually tell you the everything what you have selected, or what all you have in your network, right? So you see, we have like branch. This is the name, right, of the device, MX84. Okay, what is MX series, guys? Is it switch? Is it camera? Is it a security appliance?
It's a firewall and router to security appliance.
Yeah.
In
So
series, it is a firewall router, firewall router.
perfect. Yeah, so you see from this basically MX, we have ports going to the different different. If I click on this basically is MS225, where we have 24 ports. So a switch, right? MS is switch, right? Isn't it?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes, yes.
Yeah. So it is connected. So there is a connectivity between this firewall appliance, MX84, and then the switch, and then this switch is further connected to the MV12N, and MV is what? It's the
Yeah.
camera, right? So, and apart from that, if I again go over here, this is basically MS20 220, again 24 ports, right? The switch, and it is basically connected to the different like MR. Now what is MR, guys?
It's an access point.
It's an access point, right? So access point on this, maybe the same building, we have for maybe the floor 1, floor 2, floor 3, like this. So MR33, MR33, right? So all access points, MR44, so 46, all basically the access points are connected to particular this switch. And then we have also connectivity from this MX84, which is going three connections going to the again MS220 24 ports, and then MS350 24 ports, and then MS350 again 48 ports. So but the connectivity wise, as you see here, we might have different connectivity, maybe a non Cisco Meraki devices connected. This is where we cannot push it, but we can definitely connect them with this. But if you see here again, we have some access point connected to this as well. So could be this is one maybe building, uh, isn't it? Or this is another building, maybe in particular that that city itself somewhere, campus,
Okay.
right? So this basically gives you overall idea about the network topology diagram, isn't it? So can you say that by looking at this, you can like check what all the devices connected to it, what all are up, where all the traffic is going, isn't it?
Okay.
Right, this basically you can also download it here. So if you click on this, you can download it for your reference. Layer 2 link, and if I click on the layer 3 networking layers, this is where basically you would see the kind of IP addresses perspective as well. So again 84, right? And then you see here we have the branch 35048, which is basically going to the MPLS, uh, and then the wireless infrastructure, and then this is something we have already seen, VPN infrastructure and all that, which is connected to the MX 250, so that's basically the layer 3 uh, topology, where we have the IP addresses configured. So you see here we have like MX84. In case of the layer 2, if I click on the layer 2, do you see basically this kind of anywhere the connectivity? That's basically, you would say this is the LAN side. When we say the layer 2, right, this is the LAN side that we have connected, isn't it? Means there is a firewall. So if I tell you how it is going to be connected to, so just give me a moment, let me bring down the pen here. Right, so now if you talk about the connectivity in different way, what you would see is basically your MX84, which is over here, right? And then this basically is going to the different so this is going to the different connections over here. So this basically is completely your LAN part.
Okay.
Do you agree? This is where basically we have access point. Maybe this access point is going to the different floor. Maybe this is going to the different floor. This is going to the different floor, or maybe we have two buildings over here. So that anyways, it becomes a campus. That's the whole idea. This basically completely becomes a campus, isn't it?
Okay.
Yes, please.
Managing
Yeah, okay.
managing your entire layer 2 network, the campus network. Yeah.
That's correct. Yeah. Please go ahead.
And then we have the layer 3. Now I need to basically remove it. Let me see if I can. And then we have the layer 3 over here.
Layer 3. Layer
Apology. Right. So again, we have this MX, isn't it? Which is the one connection is going basically to the MS350 towards MPLS. So let's say 350, and then this basically is connected to the MPLS cloud. Maybe we have certain another branches over here, different branches, right? And then also we have some VPN tunnels as well as you see here, the MX250, and then we have again the different the access points or the different connectivity, the VPN connectivity you can say. So that's the VPN infrastructure, different VPN structure, VPN infrastructure, maybe the which is the connection is coming from. And we have another basically here. We have another in the layer 3 itself. We have another MX84 connected to. This might be giving you the different kind of the VPN access level over here. And then basically for the VPN tunneling, another MX84 could be. These would be the different branch offices. Maybe this is for the different as I see here, this is in different location, this is in different location, and all the way the connection is getting. So how it is happening, let me just to put it this way. So through
Sir,
the
yeah.
MPLS, consider this is one of the location, this one,
Actually,
this.
just hold on. Say, you just now you rounded it, right? This DCNA.
uh,
Say, say
yeah.
it has a VPN connectivity between primary campus and it is a secondary office. And then last at 172.119.1.0./24 is once again a local subnets or it is again a VPN.
Okay, so these basically the subnets are in different location. This basically
Okay,
is
okay.
this is
These
in
are
different
subnets.
location. Yeah,
Those are subnets resides in that particular office.
yeah. So for example, let's say this the rounding this one, the MX84 over here. Consider this is your MX84, MX84, and these subnets are basically over here,
Right. Okay. Yeah.
right?
Clear.
Uh,
Clear.
and this basically, so whenever these users basically coming over here, all the way through the VPN tunnel through this.
That's
What the
understood.
MPLS, yeah, through the VPN tunnel, it is coming to the MX84. Similarly, over here, what MX we have, the different location again, right? And the users over here, whenever they want to access maybe your data center or the headquarter, they would come through the VPN tunnel again, through this. So very kind of overview of layer 3 network. Right. I hope you guys are pretty much good with this layer 3 understanding concept wise and would be able to correlate the things.
Abhinav, I have a just query over there. So just you've been mentioning everything is going via VPN tunnel, and there is also one more thing you just said that it's going to the switch, and from the switch it is connecting to the MPLS cloud.
Yeah,
So
MPLS is a physical media, right? ISP, isn't it? So this is your WAN connection. Over WAN connection, you will have the VPN tunnel
okay,
established
okay, yeah, yeah, sure, I got it now.
like this,
Okay,
right? So even in normal network also, you would have like for a connection from the internet, for the internet, you would have connection for the WAN. where your hundreds of branch offices are connected. But the point is how those branch offices users would, communicate with the headquarter users. Obviously, there would be a tunnel between, this particular device, or maybe particular from here there would be a tunnel created. So what is happening? Tunnel is being established between this MX84, which is maybe here it is in headquarter, and the tunnel, the MX, which is over here. So the
Mm.
tunnel is basically getting established between these two MX,
Okay.
and then these users are accessing the traffics.
Using this. Okay. Okay. Right. Great.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's the, yeah, another, the branch office. You see here. So here we have like campus for MX250. So here basically they have the three kind of, the branch locations, which are all going through. You see, if this basically branch, this location, and then this location, and then this location, they all are coming to your headquarter through the VPN tunnel over here. And then once the traffic is received over here, let me just put it this way. So when the traffic, let's say a user over here, this user, okay, so this user sends the traffic, it would go all the way through the MPLS to this MX, and let's say we have, it is going to this access point, and this is the user, or maybe the server, or anything, let's say. So this is what the traffic is coming through the MPLS all the way to the image, and this is what the traffic flow is, right? So let me see the color. Yeah, this user through the tunnel. Because why I'm just drawing this line, because the physical media would be again this one. The tunnel is, yeah, definitely there is a tunnel between this and this, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's the logical connection. The physical transport would happen through this only,
Okay.
isn't it? Any question from this? Yeah, all good. Perfect. So this is where you can see the layer 2 as well as the layer 3 uh, topology. And the same you can download, you can print it. All right. Next is when I go to the network wide, after just basically, okay, you can also check the clients. I mean, how many clients you have. So if you click on the clients, all right, this is what basically it is going to display, the clients that you have added, right? So what all clients that you have added, it would display over here. Again, you can add the clients from where you can add the clients. I'll show you once we do the configuration, once we start adding the devices one by one, right? So manufacturer, all right, and this client would be like description, let's say for example, just put let's say then go this one, and then this information like policy, usage, IPv4 address, VLAN, the OS, what it is, MAC address of that manufacturer. So all information you would see here. So if I, let's say, click any of the client, could be maybe this one. So this basically, it's getting download refreshed. right? So that's the client that you have, and then here we have and this basically the switch ms 220, right? And if you click on the topology, you'll see the topology as well, but that is how basically they are connected. They are connected through this ms220p, and then this ms222p is connected to the your mx84. So that's basically the current, the client connection as well. So you can also verify the connections, how they are connected to. So these are kind of important, steps, or I would say checks that we should really aware of in terms of understanding the dashboard, and to, in terms of, which will basically help you to troubleshoot. We have the event logs as well that you can pull it out, and you can also see the topology. So if I just click on the topology, and apart from that, these are the details about the IP addresses, and we have also like the ping. It says it basically takes 80 millisecond while going the traffic, 40 millisecond while coming the traffic from between this client to the this one. And where basically it is this one. See, everything is here grade off. This is only the grade on. So you see here, this is what it is talking about. It is connected to the ms220 port, the switch, and then this is basically connected to this one. So basically you can see the individual connection as well. I mean, uh, you can definitely have the overall topology with you, but also you can check the individual client based connection, where they are connected to, how the connectivity is, right? So if I go back, this is where I have opened it in a different tab. So if I am over here, so this one ms35048, this is the client. Somewhere it is connected to the access point, and through this it is connected to 2024 port, and then the branch. This is what you see here.
Abhinav, can you just click on that level 3 network layer and just provide that, so how this traffic flows for the, especially to this client?
Which one you're talking about here?
Yeah, the same one. So in this level 2 link layer you are showing, right? You just highlighted a client and it says that, okay, remaining everything is grayed out and we can find out how the connection goes. The same
Hmm.
way in level L3 networking layer, if I just click, it will show the same or it won't.
For over here, okay, you're
Yeah,
talking about over here as well.
yeah.
No, that's basically since this client is connected to the internal, right? This client is connected internally. This
Okay.
is where you would see the in layer 2, right? Now everything is kind of so this client somewhere it is connected with this port.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's not layer 3. It is connected somewhere in the campus itself. That's why it is showing here in layer 2, right? And if I click on the event log as well, which would show the event log for particular this client. You have also option to see the event log for overall as well. So I'll show you what I'm trying to say. So rather, I'll just close it out and go to the network wide. So after verifying the the client, if I go to the event log, just click on the event logs, right? These are the switches that you have, and the client that it is connected to. As of now, it is showing the newer to older. I mean, you can verify here, but switch, what switch? You have option here when you, I mean, if you want to select particular one switch, you can go ahead and switch, just select it over here. Event type include, so if you click it here, all client events or all switch events, what basically you want. So if you want all client events, then you can select this all client events or all switch events. If you want to, from the switch perspective, if you want to see, you can click on all switch events. I would say all switch events here, and before this time, so that's okay. And click on search switch any client. So this is where, since it is switch any, so this is where it is displaying all the switches over here. You can also have older.
Okay. So is there any way like we can search via the IP address? For example, like basically we doesn't know which switches, like switch one, switch two, switch three, switch four.
Mhm.
So but will have a IP address. So if I want to search with that IP address, will it be possible, or we need to search via only with a switch name?
No, so when we say the client events, all clients events, let's say if I put over here the all clients events and then click. So basically you do not see any IP address over here, right? As of now. But what you see is the client. But
Okay.
if you click on particular one switch, right? So let's say I click on particular this switch, or maybe that client itself, right? This is where you would have the more idea, more, you will have more idea about these are basically the events, what's happening exactly, right? So it is going to the switch. Let me just go back to the event log. So I got what you're saying, but you see here there is no option as of now in this event log to check from the IP address.
Okay.
You can only check from the switch or from the client.
Okay.
This is basically to kind of customize your filter.
Okay, tell me one thing, Abhinav.
Yeah.
Say example, I'm connecting my laptop to Wi-Fi device. Okay,
Okay.
so is it possible to track that particular laptop's event logs, network event logs? Like
I would say no.
so.
It won't be, because if you talk about the Cisco Meraki
No, no. One
provides
second.
this.
One second. Let me. In that case, how can I identify my laptop is connected to which AP? So that if I know that, then I can go and see the AP's log, right?
Correct. You can check the APs.
Because it is a Cisco Meraki device, it will capture all logs pertaining
Yeah.
to the particular AP, right? So now,
Yeah.
how can I find my laptop is, say example, in office and we have a multiple APs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my laptop is connected to certain AP. How can I
Mm-hmm.
find out my device is connected to which AP?
Yeah, that is something the laptop setting, or if you know the MAC address. Let's say if we know that okay, this is your MAC address of your laptop. Okay, then what we can do, we can also go to particular. In that case, we have to go, AP wise AP and check what MAC address basically it is registering with.
Okay,
Right,
so
this is the one way to check, or the second way is to check, you obviously you can check it from your laptop itself, which AP basically you're getting registered with.
so right, okay.
Right.
We can move on. We can move on. Yes,
Yeah, so once we have basically this, we can further, we can check the event logs. All right, so apart from this event logs, right, this is basically for the switches that you see here, for devices, for cameras, for access points. So if I click on, let's say, here you have different event log options as well, right? So you see now I have got the access point as well. So the client, what all it is connected to, the SSID. So who asked this question? Is it the Nand Kishore? Right. So you can look at this SSID basically in your laptop, right?
No, if it is like so what sorry to interrupt. So what's Kishore question is like, so in a building there will be 5 to 10 APs. Okay, they will be broadcasting the same SSID. So if we, that's why, like, if we move, if I just, my laptop is in a movement, so I should not feel the disconnection of the
Mm-hmm.
network, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in
Mm-hmm.
that, so what he's telling is there a way that to track, okay, so where my laptop in which AP it connects, if I
It
just
is.
move to some other perimeter from long, so is it connecting to the same AP or it is moving to some other AP? These are all his questions.
Yeah, there is a way. This is where we can, you see here. So what all like client, so in that case, this is what I told you. I mean, we need to know the MAC address of the device,
Okay.
right? Once we know the MAC address, probably we can search it out here. As you see here, that's basically the one of the MAC address which is connected. This is it.
Abhinav, it is clearly, I can able to see, we are I'm able to see access point names and SSID and the end client names also there. So I think we'll be able to match it. Uh,
Yeah, you see here.
but yes.
So for that, you need to know the MAC address of your laptop.
What do you mean by client name? There's a Tom Peets or Martin Nash. So once again, end user,
Yeah, the client could be, so let me just click on that. The client could be your end user,
right?
right? Our client could be your another device, maybe let's say a switch that it is connected to, and it is providing the connection to the different, different number of other people, other connections. You see, so that's basically the client which is getting connected to the access point. This
That's
the
what
Mac.
that's what my doubt is clear now. So
Okay, okay.
go to previous page.
Over here.
Uh, Go to search criteria.
Yeah,
Here I can choose the client, right? Just you click the
yeah. The
client.
client here you can choose. You see, you have the clients here.
No, here next to access point there is a client, right?
You have, we have, and apart from that, you can also check over here. There is a lot actually. This basically the search criteria is very good in terms of exploring the things. So we'll anyways, for example, if you want to see, the domain authentication, auto RF, you see here DSCP release, all DSCP release, or the events layer 3 roaming users as well. So a lot of options are there here. We have IP conflict, right? And here itself, you see event type include. Also, you can see the particular client, individual clients as well.
When you click over there, type Tom Peets.
Mm, let's say Tom and Beats. So I have to say, yeah, the client one in all clients.
Right. So now I am able to see all the event type and okay, right, sure. This is what I'm asking. This is what I'm asking. Okay, we
Yeah,
will be.
yeah.
So,
And
uh,
this is something you might kind of encounter, this kind of issues, Kishore. That's a very good question, in fact, where you would have, I mean, someone is saying that, okay, I mean, we need to troubleshoot, this user is roaming here and there, I mean, moving from this location to this location, or from this access point to this access point. So yeah, that's kind of very handy information. This event log can be seen from the different, so just now we've seen the for the access points. Also we have like for the devices. So if I click on the devices, you see on the devices we have now the less number of kind of we have the client, right? So you can directly now see the clients here.
okay, Got it. Got it. Yeah.
right? Apart from that, you have the security appliances as well. So if you click on the security appliances and you want to check the event log of the security appliances, right? Like the VPN registry connectivity change, DSCP problem. It says extra no offers received and etc. DSCP problem. Let me see if I can pull it out a particular one. Source IP and VLAN mismatch. Let's say this one. And here we have more also. Let me just click on one and click on this as well, right? So this would basically be the, overall kind of communication happening between this security appliance. What all? So this way you can actually troubleshoot it. Source client IP is this. Source client MAC address is this. Source client assigned VLAN ID is this. And click on more. Source IP and this. And all the details you can see here. Right. So what I'm trying to say here is this is really kind of very handy in terms of troubleshooting. This would be used for to troubleshoot the issue as well for the cameras. So if you want to check like for the cameras, you can also select the camera. Maybe if someone is saying that this particular camera is not working or it is not giving the clear picture or you know okay, it seems we do not have any event log for any cameras. No matching event found between this. All right, maybe because let me see the older. That's basically the time over here. It's so it might not see the time, but yes, you have also option to filter it out in terms of time wise. If someone reports, okay, during this time it happened, so okay, fine, you can go ahead and mention the time. So I see here there is no as such logs, event logs for particular cameras. And then yeah, so that's very important to understand what is for device, for security appliance, for switches, for cameras, and for access points and etc. Hope this is clear, guys. Perfect.
Yep.
And then after the event log, right, we have like map and floor maps plans. So if you click on map and floor plans, this basically is going to give you the overall map. It basically says the London branch. That's basically the map that it is showing you. You have also option to zoom in and or zoom out, so you can also see you know the floor plans. If I click on this, you see here, if I click on particular one, it says here we have MR 42E, MR again 42E, MR 33, and MR is what? Access point or switch?
Access point.
Perfect. Right. So let me just zoom in. Maybe yeah, this way. right? So you can basically see where all you have the access point deployed. So you can also see the floor plans. Isn't it good? Isn't it like you can you can monitor everything from this dashboard itself? Yeah, these are the map type, how you want basically full floor plan, overlay, or the markers as well. So if you click on the markers, as of now it is wireless it is showing, but if you see the cameras, it will display the cameras, as well as if you see switch or maybe security appliance, it will display everything. So here now it says only not only the uh but it also shows where all you have deployed the camera. Perfect. You see the view as well of this. So let me just open it in different. I cannot. Maybe here. Uh, okay, but if I click on this camera, you see I can see the camera placed in this particular this one in this place, and the activity. What are the activity happening,
Okay.
right? As well the switch.
Yes.
So so what all basically you want to see here? If I want to see only, I don't want to select the access point, but I want to see the switch only. So probably that's the switch, which is basically MS224 port, right? So that
Okay.
you can see.
Here I have a doubt. Okay, it says that current clients 2 and clients for past day 37. It means like only whichever. So what is the current clients 2 in the sense? So actually, if it is from the MR55 or like MR47 in access points, if clients means 2 users being connected. So
Yeah,
it may be like everywhere the switch is getting connected, right? So it's pointing from one access point or like how it is. So it
now
says
all
current
these
clients.
access points are connected to the switches. This switch MS220 220.
Okay.
Yeah, all those access points are connected to this switch.
Okay.
This is where you see only one switch in this.
Mm-hmm.
And if you remember when we have seen this topology as well from this MR this MS sorry
Yeah.
MS220, there were multiple access point connected to it, isn't it?
Correct. Correct.
This is what it was showing. Clear?
Yeah. Clear. The same way, and if you just click on the security appliance, will it give that? So how much current throughput it has, like the traffic, how much current traffic it goes now?
Yeah, usage for past DUC 3.81 gig clients for, I mean, current clients, I mean, who are active in terms of for the sending the traffic through this basically security appliance,
Okay.
or maybe the number of sessions that it has.
All right.
So that's amazing, kind of very useful, information that it produce.
Okay. So current clients in sense 28. So 28 uh, users.
Yeah. All right, guys. So let's have 10 minutes break, and we'll resume this training after 10 minutes. So it's 12:06. We'll resume it at 12:16.
No issues, no issues. Please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
Sir.
Right. So that's about the map and Fluor plan. And then we have also something related to the configuration, right? So if I go to the configuration like the general, just click on a general configuration. You have also alerts. So that's something, the configuration about the network itself, what you have. So you can rename the network if you want to rename, right? And then if you want to like create some, the trusted endpoints and all that. And most importantly here, the API's configuration as well. You see API version, what API you want to use, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. This basically is for the authentication purpose. The same secret has to be configured there as well once you try to add. And then we have a lot of informations in this, basically not gonna go through all that. But you have also like packet capture in the Cloud Shark integration, which is basically as of now disabled. But you have option to enable the Cloud Shark, like the way we have a like Wireshark, right? So the Cloud Shark is another like application that I mean, where you can see the capture. And then we have like wireless multicast to unicast conversion, device configuration. That's pretty much related to the device itself. This is local credential, sorry, like the username and the password, and then the local device status. And yeah, I mean, other like the syslog servers, the server IP, the port number or the roles that you have, SNMP access for basically the, you know, monitoring purpose. This is the community string. So, I mean, you can configure related to the SNMP as well as, if you want to upgrade the firmware here. So that's where basically you have the option to upgrade it. How you gonna upgrade it? Upgrade window, which is on Saturday, right? So automatically the upgrade would take place. For that you have to the camera firmware, you have to basically upload the firmware as well. The camera in this network is configured to run the latest available firmware, last upgraded on Sunday, which was 2020. So that's option also you have. And then we have switch firmware. So when we talk about the firmware upgrades, you have different types of upgrade. As you see, you have camera upgrade, you have switch firmware upgrade, we have security appliance of firmware upgrade, right? Let's say from this dashboard you want to, you have what do we say, you have, let's say, 4 MX84 connected to it, right? So and you get kind of notification from your client saying that, or maybe from developer saying that there is a vulnerability, just to to fix this particular defect, or to fix the, or to resolve this particular vulnerability issue, upgrade the firmware on all switches or all security from appliance. So what you would do is you can do it from here. I mean, the firmware upgrade, and all that changes, you can make it from the dashboard itself and push it to the towards the security appliance. So the security appliance in this network is configured to run the latest available firmware, right? Access point firmware as well. And how you're gonna basically, what is the strategy of the upgrade? That is something, minimize total upgrade time. Meraki will minimize the total upgrade time by upgrading as many access points are possible simultaneously. This may result in clients losing connectivity while the upgrade is taking place. I'm sorry. This is very important. Whenever you are performing the upgrade, this is something you should be aware of, what you have to choose, the strategy. You want to choose whether the minimize total or the minimizing client downtime. So Meraki will try to ensure that most of the wireless clients stay connected during the upgrade by avoiding upgrading adjacent APs simultaneously, right? So that's something you have to be pretty much, aware of what exactly you want. If you have already notified your client saying that we're going to have the firmware upgrade in this Sunday, and this is how it would take time, how long it would take time, just measure your overall the number of clients connected to it, what would be the outage and all that, and then go for it. In case if it is like minimize client downtime, and in that case if you have primary and secondary, so it would basically, you know, upgrade the firmware on the secondary first, and once the secondary is done, then it would go, and upgrade the primary. It won't basically try and upgrade both together just to reduce the outage. So hope this is clear as well. And then the alternate management interface, in case if you lose the connectivity from the your primary management interface, this is where you have the alternate interface as well for the management. Again, same for the wireless. Right, so these are the options when it comes to the configuration, or when it comes to the general configurations. Any question from this part?
No, we are good. Yeah, please go ahead.
Perfect. Right, then we have the configuration like administration. So yeah, leave page, I think I made some changes there. Don't save it. So administration, basically these are the, administrators, or the organization admins who can have access to it. That's basically the overall, like who all can have access to this, dashboard, right? Who all can have access to this dashboard, or who is having access. You see the privilege administrator, these admins having the full access privilege. So you can also define the administration. Maybe you are, let's say, three people who is gonna manage this, Cisco Meraki dashboard, which is coming to the India, the support. Or maybe let's say you guys are 10, right? So you can create the 10 users, 10 admins, and then you can provide them or assign them a privilege accordingly, right? So as you see here, this is where you would see what is the status of the account, which is active, and then the privilege level. So privileges, it's full control. Here I see the read only. Read only means could be for the monitoring purpose. So here we can only read it out, but we cannot make any changes. All right, let me see if my name is there. My name should not be there because hmm, it might not be there. Anyways, so yeah, this is what basically the administration is. Hope this is clear. And you can also, monitor who all are having access to it as well. What privilege level that you have given to them. Next is the alert. So if I go ahead and click on the alert, the network wide alert, that's basically if configuration settings are changed. Whenever the configuration settings are changed, generate the alert. These are the default recipients that we have, settings, all network admins, and I mean, you can basically, filter it out. You can mention whatever, you want to see the alerts, or wherever you want to apply the alert for. A VPN connection comes up or goes down, right? In this itself, we have like additional recipients as well that you can specify. Wireless related alerts, a gateway goes offline for 60 minutes, let's say, a repeater goes offline, the client fail, to connect to the wireless network. Yeah. Then we have security appliance alert as well. The security appliance goes offline. The primary uplink, DCP lease pool is exhausted. You see this event logs and all. This basically would be generated based on this configuration. What all you mentioned. And then we have the switch. For switch, basically we do not have any alert, but you can set it up. A switch if goes offline, alert. Any server is detected on the network, any new DHCP server is detected on the network, then any port goes down for more than 60 minutes. Any detects a cable error, change link speed, a power supply goes down, redundant, maybe UDLE, all are kind of very uh, basic and useful alerts that you have, right? And then for the camera as well, if camera goes offline, you see, if you guys remember, it didn't show anything uh, in the event logs, right, regarding the camera. Why? Because this was basically off. Custom response for motion alerts as well, so I have set it up the alerts. This also alerts, I have set it up. And then we have like system manager, different alerts that you have, right? If enable security alerts, you can also add a new alert over here. So the security like policy, what the AMP connector, Windows secure daily or anything on failing compliance, entering compliance, and the grace period, let's say 30 minutes. Scope what? All of the following tabs without or all devices, and then alerts. Additional recipient if you have, if you want to select, and let's say Windows secure. So you can also enable the security alerts, security reports, and then yeah. So these basically are the information that you can from the alert perspective. This is something that customizable, so you can customize it as per your requirement. So again, if you want to see something and it is not displaying, what could be the reason? The reason could be that that alert is not enabled, isn't it? Like what we were checking the cameras event logs, but we were not seeing anything because the camera event, the alerts were off, disabled here, right? This is the reason why we didn't see there. So this is again very good kind of from the troubleshooting perspective. This is again very good, configuration, or the option that you can customize it as per your requirement. Let's say you are assigned to see particular uh, access point logs, let's say, right? In that case, you can customize yourself. And then you have the group policies. You can create the group policies as per. And then you have, I'm not gonna spend much time in this because that's something we will discuss later. But the group policy is nothing but the same kind of behavior that you have, like the bandwidth, the one who consumes bandwidth more than like, right, throttle three clients and also these kind of policies that you have, you can create. So let's say for example add a group, and then you have these options: group name, let's say test one. Scheduling is enabled, so let me just enable it. This is where all you want to enable it. A lot of options we have. I'm just gonna disable it. I'm just showing you the option: bandwidth, use network default, use custom bandwidth limit. And what's the limit of the bandwidth? Let's say total is unlimited, and let's say 5 MB. Hostname visibility, use network default, that's okay. Firewall and traffic shaping, and then layer 3 firewall. So these are basically the group policy that you can create for the wireless, for the security, for security plans, AMP. So yeah, these groups you can create and specify it. You have option to delete the group as well. If you want to delete some certain groups, that option as well you have. And then we have Sentry policies, the page. This page is for the configuration of group policies to clients found in any of your organization systems manager networks. So if I just question mark, it says the Sentry basically the systems manager group policies for wired clients are only supported for devices in the same layer 2 network as the MX security appliance setting the policy. These policies, what it is saying is would be normally set it up on the security appliance, but you can also customize it here and push it towards the security appliance. Policy like corp, so you can have different policies. The group policy that you can create, let's say it's policy for the sales, policy for the corporation and etc. And then we have users as well. So users as, I mean, for that's basically for the management portal, right? And the access policy for the wipe, you for the switch access policy, we have for the mcloud, you have for the demo policy. So different user management portal. I mean, these information are kind of handy when you are basically, if you want to like add the new device over here. You see here, uh, that's these devices, country, MAC address, serial network, model, what all. So anything that you want to add it, you can add it, but you should have first, you know. So let's say you want to add one camera. Okay, so what you would do is you go ahead and click on this and say add device. So what would happen is basically device would be added under the camera, and then later you would go ahead and select it. So add it, add device. This has been added, or maybe you it depends what sort of the access you have. But I'll tell you basically how to add the the devices from the scratch after this. Yeah, so that's about the network wide. I mean, how you can basically fine tune your dashboard, how you can you know make the best use of your dashboard in terms of configuration, in terms of the troubleshooting. All right, now the next thing what we have is how to perform like inventory, how you're gonna see the inventory stuff. So what does that mean basically, inventory?
It's keeping a record of what are all the devices which we have in our network.
Exactly. So if I go over here and you see the organizations, right? Under this organizations, you have inventory. So what you have to do basically, you are seeing these devices over here under the network wide inventory. Why? Because you have already added these devices. Now, let's say you want to add uh, more devices to this inventory. Let's say you've got another, MX. and you want to add it. So you have to go through the inventory. Whenever you are adding a new device, a new Cisco, Meraki appliance, you have to go through the inventory. So if you click on the inventory, right, these basically devices are added over here already, but uh, the devices, the licenses, and all that, right? So just give me a moment. You have like security appliances, what I'm seeing. Yeah, just give me a moment. What I'm trying to do. Yeah, these devices are already there in the inventory because you have already added it. All right. Now, as I told you, from this, perspective, not from this. This is something like a very kind of blank dashboard that you would have. But when you want to add any device, what you would do is you would go to the, you know,
Yes, yes, sure.
organization and the inventory. You would see the inventory option like this. And this is where basically you have to enter one or more serial or the order number. So what serial number that you have got, you have to enter the serial number over here. Once you enter the serial number, and then you have to click on claim, right? So once you click on claim, you would see basically particular that, let's say you have added the switch, right? So you would see that, okay, this model basically have been added to it, right? So once basically added it, this is where you can, change the network assignment as well. Let's say you have added it to the, or you have added, let's say, a security appliance, for example, right? And once the security appliance is added, you can go ahead and click on change network assignment under uh, under here, right? You have option. If you click on the actions, basically over here, you see the actions. If you click on the actions, and this is where you have options like change network assignment, change organization assignment, or remove from organization and all, as or assign license. Once you click, this is where basically move device to this network. So move device to inventory, or you know select what you have added recently and click on new save changes. Once you save change, basically you would see that information basically is saved over here. All right, so I was talking about this basically. So if you go to the the organization and click on inventory, this is where you would see this option, and you would enter the serial number. Once you enter the serial number, right, and say claim, this is where basically it would get added over there. Now, while creating the network, so for example, let's say you have added the into inventory, right? Now the particular that device is in there in the inventory, and you want to add what? You want to add the switch, for example. So if you go to the click on switch, or adding this device, I would take you through. However, if you click on the add switch, right, this is where basically it should be there in the inventory. If it is not there in the inventory, you won't be able to add the device. So that is something kind of important, to have a proper serial number or maybe the order ID that, I mean, associated with your partner ID or maybe the contract. Right. Once you add it over here, claim it, that device is basically available to to add. On top of that, if you want to create the network, so you can go over here, you just click on the network, right? You see here, as of now I have already created headquarter. But if you want to create the network, just click on create a new network, and the network name, let's say branch or Chennai branch, Chennai branch, right? Network type, uh, what's basically the network type that you are creating, whether it is security appliance, whether it is switch or combined hardware. Means you have like you want to add like multiple device, multiple things over here. So let me see, let's say security appliance, and the network configuration, default Meraki configuration, whatever default Meraki configuration. Now what would happen here is, as soon as you add this device, okay, and as soon as you add this device, it would get the, when we say the network default Meraki configuration, right? So this is where it'll get the IP address from DHCP, and would have at least the IP address for the communication for the management purpose. Once you select bind to template, if you have any template already there, you can bind it to the, you can create and manage templates by going to this organization configuration template. Here we have seen, under the organization itself, templates can be used for combined hardware, security, appliance, switch and wireless networks. Currently only wired switch and wireless devices, device types are supported in this network bound to a template. So basically a template which can be applied for a common set of devices. Let's say I would create a template for a switch, I would create a template for security appliance, I would create a template for the cameras and etc. And clone from existing network also you have option. If you want to clone uh, this from your existing network, this is also something you can do. So this is where basically you have to select the network. So if you want to select, because HQ is already created, so if you want to clone with this, you can select the HQ. I would say just default Meraki configuration, and this is where select a device from inventory, right? So either you can go to the inventory and you can select it there, the same option what we have seen there, right? Just go to the action. So let me just take you through here. Devices. You just keep moving. Unused country order, license. Yeah, so I was saying is, once you basically add a device, or maybe you just go to the inventory, and when you go to inventory, this is where you can, so let's say you have added a security appliance, for example, right? This is where you can, so because you haven't added, it is not showing, otherwise it would show just like what I was showing here. And then you go to the action, and this is where you can you know add that particular security appliance or whatever device that you want to on particular that network, on particular this network. uh, Over here. So where we were basically, did we can because we haven't actually created this, that's why it is not showing here. But yes, I just wanted to say create a new network. अच्छा ये कहाँ पे था, ये यहाँ पे था. It is this one, है ना, this one. And once you basically add the device, you can add it later and click on create network. So this basically network would be created now for you, right? So you see this network is being created Now you have two networks available with you, right? You do not have any devices as of now under this network. If I click on the headquarter, you would have the headquarter details over here. You see, right? And if you click on the Chennai, let's say Bangalore, you have access to the Chennai network. And that's where basically the organization, you will keep on adding those devices over here. You have option over here as well to create the network anyways. So you can also create the network from here, not from only this, but also from the organization. It's the same basically, right? So in just to summarize it, or before, I mean, you should have the account name. Once you have the account name, you would create an organization, and then organization, you would create a multiple network. And under the network, you would add the appliances, right? Once you add the appliances, this is where basically you would, you know, see the other options. Once you add basically the appliances, this is where you would see, you know, the the different appliances on particular from in a different tabs for the different types of network, right? Here you have options, even in inventory itself, licensing and inventory for the Meraki. We have overview, so you can see how many device type that you have the devices, you have license, right? What are the license type that you have? You have the expiration dates as well, that you can verify when any license is getting expired, and the networks. These are the networks basically. As of now, we are under this network. That's where basically you can see the view devices, view software license, and etc. Right? So yeah, I mean, this is how basically you're gonna use the inventory and add the claim the device and create a network and add those device to the network. Any question, guys, from this particular perspective from here?
Do we have any free account for this?
Yeah, so that's it for today, guys, and hope you guys have enjoyed today training. Let me know if you have any question. Thanks for watching.